You're listening to a Food Bev Media production. Hello and welcome to this exclusive podcast interview. I'm Sian Yates and today I'm joined by Vanessa Goujon, Marketing Manager EMEA, and Marcus Matuszek, Technical Director for Food and Nutrition, both at Azelis, an innovation service provider in the food ingredients industry. Vanessa and Marcus will be discussing the NutriScore, a front-of-pack label that provides user-friendly information on the nutritional quality of food and beverages. They will also reveal how Azelis can help with new and improved low-sugar and low-fat reformulations in a bid to help manufacturers meet the growing demand for healthy, clean label products.
Vanessa, the food and beverage market has been hot on recipe formulation recently, even more since the NutriScore has appeared in several countries in Europe. But what does it actually mean?
So the NutriScore is a front-of-pack nutrition label with a graded color coding, based on 5 color nutritional scales from dark green to orange, associated with letter from A to E. It appeared in France since 2016, but now Belgium, Sweden, Germany, Spain, the Netherlands and Luxembourg also recommend this new way of label products. The NutriScore nutrition label has 2 main goals. So first, inform the consumers of the overall nutritional values of food products and help them to choose the healthier product for them. And the second objective is to encourage manufacturers to improve the nutritional composition of the product through innovation or reformulation. So NutriScore is calculated considering both the nutrients to limit and the elements to favor within the same food category. So higher the content in energy, saturated fatty acids, salt, sugar is, lower will be the score, where here is the minimum. On the opposite, if the product contains fruit, vegetables, pulses, rapeseed, walnut or olive oil, fibers or protein, the score will be closer to A. So that's the higher score. And it's calculated per 100 gram or 100 milliliters. So for example, if you have a solid food scoring between 3 to 10 and a beverage scoring between 2 and 5, it will be labeled as NutriScore C. But now we can wondering what are the consequences of a NutriScore. So to my mind, it's a quite new disposal, so it's difficult to evaluate it. But I have few figures. So for example, in 2020, 67% of consumers would choose a product with the higher score if they have the choice between 2 equivalent products. And according to a Nielsen study, the sales of products classified as A, with a higher score, have increased by 1%, while products C has fallen by 1.1%.
And Marcus, could you provide us with an example of where Azelis has helped a customer to improve their nutritional profile or of a concept, for example, from NutriScore C to A?
So there are many of such concepts that the Azelis EMEA application lab have elaborated for the customers. One is an example from France. So there we indeed moved a product from NutriScore C to NutriScore A. And that was a brioche, so a French cake. The customer reached out to us with a request for having a perfect NutriScore, and the team managed to find a solution for this request by taking 2 key ingredients. One was fiber, so by incorporating fiber, the team managed to reduce the fat and the sugar content of the brioche. The other key ingredient was specialty milk powder, which helped to reduce the saturated fatty acids in the final product, so that we in the end moved to NutriScore A. Top benefit is also that the product in the end has a better preservation of the softness, which is very important to the consumer, that the brioche, NutriScore A, has the same taste and texture than the original one. This is one example.
And are there any other examples of Azelis working on to improve this nutritional profile?
Yes, there are. One is a vegan dessert that was also developed by the French lab. And here we move to NutriScore B, also by adding fiber on the one hand side, and the other key ingredient in this product is pea protein. If you think of healthy indulgence, then contact us, we can find a solution. Another topic that I would like to mention is beverages. So there it is very difficult to get to a good NutriScore without artificial sweetness. So you can reduce the sugar content to a certain level, but if you go below, then you lose the mouthfeel. If you want to go, for example, to 4% sugar content, also here we can find a solution by adding fibers that you have the same mouthfeel as the higher sugar beverage.
Thank you very much. Vanessa, we've seen a lot of focus on sugar management in recent years, but what about the fat replacement or fat re-education trend?
Yes, fat replacement is also a big trend. It has emerged in the 18th, but at that time, food companies simply removed partially fat in their products, but it didn't work well in all applications, and especially those where the texture induced by fat were crucial. But now we still observe a high interest for this, but thanks to the work of technologists, we can offer solid alternatives to fat. But there is one big dilemma, is that even if fats are often pointed out, they are also appreciated by the consumers. So for example, half of UK consumers agree that flavored butter or oil are a good way to make a meal more interesting. So it's essential to find fat replacers that don't compromise taste and now texture and are stable at high temperature. Now, over the past 3 years, 7% of new food products have a claim related to low or no fat in the UK. And more globally, it's almost 6% in Europe, and within Europe, the UK is dominating the fat replacer market, followed by Germany.
Thank you, Vanessa. And Marcus, what are the main challenges formulators face when reformulating fat-reduced recipes, and how can Azelis help?
There are many challenges in terms of replacing fat. First of all, fat is a perfect carrier of taste, like Vanessa just mentioned. Then fat contributes to the hardness, softness of the finished good. So it is important to consider the melting capacity of the fat. And it has also color properties because it carries the pigments in the final food, for example, beta-carotene. So you need to be very careful when you replace fat. And this can be done by adding a kind of toolbox of many ingredients. You need to have hydrocolloids, fibers, emulsifier, what we call at Azelis our lateral value chain, which is from customer perspective a one-stop shop so that they can get everything from us, which helps to replace fat. How do we do that and how do we help? So, of course, we do have the standard customer dialogue by calls and by visits. The other approach that we go now in the future is the digital approach, that you can approach us via our portal and use, for example, our eLab. eLab means that you get guiding questions to your formulation so that you can specify your request and help us to elaborate a solution jointly.
That was a FoodBev Media production. For more information, please go to foodbev.com.